All right, so welcome everyone. Good afternoon. Let me share my screen. Perfect. So first of all, I would like to introduce myself. As you know, some of you, my name is Fayola Sequeira. I'm the academic consultant at Learn 506. And today, I'm going to help you to get you as familiar as possible with Look and the Spark platform and well acquainted with the series and stuff methodology. So let's begin by talking about our mission at NGL. Okay, so I don't know if I have a volunteer to read this phrase that I'm projecting in the screen.
Bringing the world to the classroom and the classroom to life.
Excellent. Thank you so much for reading. All right, so guys, let me ask you. I don't know, by this phrase, and has you have been, studying and reviewing all the NGL series. What do you think this phrase is about? NGL, our mission is to bring, the world to the class to talk about, real situations, real scenarios, talking about cultures, different languages, different, people. We're going to be having real people, real voices. Okay, so that's the mission that we want to transmit, all over our programs and series. Okay, excellent. So let's move on. All right, so I would like to mention, we're going to be, going a little bit deeper into these resources in just a moment later on, but I would like to mention these 4 resources that we're going to be having available for you guys. Okay, the number one is the platform. The platform is Spark, is the one that you guys going to be using for the series that you guys acquired, and I'm going to be explaining how to create, courses, how to help the students to connect to the platform, what kind of resources we're going to be having available over there. So I'm just going to be, explaining that in just a moment. Also, guys, and I believe this is something very important as a teachers, the CPT, the classroom presentation tool. As you know, it's an interactive way, to be projecting the book. It's the same, it's the same from the book that students have, but we're going to be having different tools over there, such as, everything is going to be in the platform, like the videos, the audios, the answers. Also, we're going to be having designing tools like pen, the highlighting thing. Also, we can write, make notes into the platform, right? And something very important is the teacher's companion side. Today, I'm going to give you the password and as well as the website for you to access that resource. And also, I'm going to be explaining you, step by step how to access that website. So don't worry about it. And number 4, we're going to be having the great book in which you're going to be able to see your students' progress and how they, work into your assignments over there. Okay. And also today, I'm going to be teaching you how to assign activities into the online practice. And also, guys, as a resource, we have the assessment suite, which is the exam view. So I'm going to be explaining this deeper later on. It's important to mention that the online practice is going to be different from the workbook and also the student book. So everything is different. We won't have the same activities. Everything is going to be different over there. So that will be useful for you, to reinforce, the knowledge of the students. If a student is a little bit behind, it's going to help him or her, to acquire better the language. Okay, so everything is extra. Everything is available for you to use. Okay. All right. A little bit of our series, but today we're going to be talking about Look. Okay. All right. Just give me a moment. Now we're going to go. Just give me a moment. So we're going to go into the platform. All right. And from there, I'm going to be explaining how a unit is going to be divided into. Okay. All right, so guys, this is how you're going to be seeing the platform. Okay, we're going to be having the dashboard and all the courses that are created for you over there, depending on the series and the products that you guys bought, right? All right, so I'm going to teach you how to create a new course, right? Okay, so we have 2 options, okay? Well, let me switch because this is your account. I'm gonna switch to mine, okay? This is the one, all right? We have options. Number 1, we have the options to delete the course, right? The problem is, guys, if you delete the course, we won't be able to, get it back. So you need to be careful with that, right? Be careful because if you lose everything, you're gonna lose it forever. You need to start over, okay? So I highly recommend that you guys press on the pen or pencil, I think, or whatever, it could be both, option over there, right? So you can edit, we can edit. I think it's better. So let's go to this arrow over here. Let's click on it. It says go to the course, English. So this is how the student's going to be able to see, the course. Over here, you can launch the course, right? And well, since we selected show all content, the students are going to be able to see the whole unit, okay? Everything, okay? Not only the ones that you assign, but also the whole book, okay? So it's up to you guys, as I mentioned before. All right, so something very nice that I really like it about this platform is the CPT, okay? As you know, we have two ways to use it. The online version, the one that we need to have internet, right? Or the offline version, and we have it in three, versions, depending on your, computer. So we have Mac, Windows, and Linux, okay? So it depends on your computer, and we're gonna download everything over here, which is like a platform, but it's gonna be like installed in your computer. So it's up to you guys. It depends on the internet speed in your institution, right? So I'm gonna show you the online version. All right, I don't know, guys. Can you please go ahead and tell me a unit, the one that maybe you want to check it out? So we have like, well, we have several units over here. So you can tell me just a number. It doesn't matter. So we have things for school. We have toys. We have people. So it's up to you. Just choose a number, and we can study that.
People.
People. All right. Thank you. So we're gonna go to the student's book, okay? Let's start with the unit opener. Taking a while, but it's gonna work. I promise you. As you can see, guys, I mean, my internet is, it's good. So the platform is gonna work properly, but I don't know, if you don't want to have delays, maybe you can download it, okay? All right, so guys, in every single level, we're gonna have a unit opener. So let me explain this, all right? So we're gonna be having 7 levels. So look, is a 7-level series, okay? So we're gonna be having six levels, I'm sorry. Every single level is gonna have 12 units and 7 lessons plus a unit opener. But we're gonna have a started level, like for beginners, small kids, and this level is gonna have 10 units, 5 lessons per unit plus 1 unit as an opener, All right, so let me make it a little bit big. Okay, there you go. So this is the photo, and in every single unit, we're gonna have a picture has a unit opener, right? So, okay, so why is important? Why is important? Well, it is important because it's going to help the student to activate their schemata or their prior knowledge, their previous knowledge, right? Also, we can activate their critical thinking, right? By asking them questions. So I want to ask you guys, what kind of questions would you ask to students based on this picture? What is one question that comes to your mind right now? What would you ask them?
Where do you think he is?
Where? Right. Excellent. Any other question?
Where is he? What are they doing?
Right. So they're going to be using their own language to produce that answer. Very good. Pretty good. Excellent. So it says over here in the description of the photo, children running, right? But well, it depends on the teacher's way, to teach and deliver, the class. But yeah, the book is gonna give you a question to open their minds, to activate their previous knowledge, to activate their critical thinking and stuff, right? What can you see? That will be the question that the unit is gonna give you, right? Okay. All right, so let's move on. Okay, so as I mentioned before, we're going to be having 7 lessons. Okay, so take it into account. Lesson number 1, guys, we're going to be having the vocabulary, the target vocabulary that we are going to need in order to study and learn this unit, right? Okay, so in the CPT, okay, as I mentioned before, it is interactive. That means that we're going to be having the audios included. So I'm just going to play this audio for you to listen as a reference. Just let me confirm if I'm sharing the sound. Just a sec. There you go.
Boy. Girl. Classmate. Friend. Student. Man. Woman. Teacher.
All right, so that was just an example, of one audio from the lesson 1. Okay, so lesson 1, our first vocabulary. We're going to be encountering these kind of words over there. Depending on the level of the student, you can perform different activities, right? So over here, we're going to be having, since this is a people unit, we're going to be learning about boy, girls, classmates, friends, students, teacher, man, woman. So these kind of words are going to be the target ones, right? Okay, so vocabulary is going to be presented, in different ways, okay? So one is like, if the student is able to read, so we can see the pictures and read the vocabulary or the word, right? But for the ones who are not able to, you can also use the audio, right? So they can listen the pronunciation of the word, and they can, relate, the word with the picture, right? Then we can listen and then repeat. They can repeat after the audio, or you can stop the audio and then repeat, or after everything finishes, the student can repeat, or even after you, right? It depends on you. Okay, and then we have point and say, right? I don't know, you can call a student up to, to the board, and they can point, I don't know, you can say, okay, point a student. So the student go and point, a kid over there. It depends on you guys. All right, so that will be lesson number 1, vocabulary, the target vocabulary that we need in order to follow the unit, right? Okay, so in lesson number 2, we're gonna be studying the grammar point, the first grammar point of the unit, okay? However, in NGL series, grammar is presented a little bit different, right? It's not like it's plain in a way that you need to, explain it, and it's not like that, right? We're gonna be guiding students to learn grammar in context, okay, through activities. So the student is able to deduce what the grammar is, right? So it's gonna be presented in audios or activities, even pictures. We're going to be having different ways to learn, since we promote different multiple intelligence, music, visual literacy, everybody learns different, Okay, so let's listen the first audio in lesson number 2.
Who's this? This is Dan. He's a boy. He's a student. He's my classmate. He's my friend, too. Who's this? This is Kim. She's a girl. She's a student. She's my classmate. She's my friend, too.
All right, so that was one example of the grammar, guys. So according to these audio, what would you say the grammar point is? Which one would you think? Verb to be, maybe? What do you think?
Verb to be or WH questions.
Right. So yeah, we're going to be having these in context, right? So we're going to be thinking and guessing, in this case, we're going to try, not guess, it's not a word. The student's going to be learning through different activities, but the grammar is not like, deductive, it's going to be inductive. Okay. All right. So verb to be and WH questions, it could be, right? But I think it's, verb to be is the main one, right? So the first exercise in the grammar lesson, we're going to be having listening and chant, different sounds over there, in which the student can learn by repetition. I think everybody learns by repetition. Believe me, when I listen to a song, even though I don't like it, I always learn it. So it happens the same, and even with young kids, is wonderful how they learn, how fast they learn by music. So yeah, we're going to be having sounds over here, and in the exercise number 2, we're going to be listen also, but read. If the student is able to read, we're going to read, right? And highlighted, we have the grammar point, which is verb to be and audio. The audio is going to be here as well, right? In the exercise number 3, we're going to be having another exercise to confirm how much they know, right? So we're going to be reading and circling, okay? And remember, if we go to this exercise and we click on these 3 points over here, guys, I don't know if you're able to see, but I'm just going to zoom it up for you. Okay. There you go. So if you click over here, guys, the system is going to take you to, a window with some drop-down menu, in which the student is going to be able to click or select the correct answer, like depending on the picture, right? And over here, guys, when your students finish, you can press this button that it says show next answer or show all answers, and you're going to be able to check, you know. There you go. All the answers are over there. Excellent. Okay. So guys, this is exercise 3, read and circle and check the answers. Okay. And also we're going to be having 4th exercise just to, you know, wrap it up, you know, to confirm as well, or to see if the students, you know, can put everything into practice in exercise number 4. Okay. So that will be lesson number 2. Let's go to the lesson number 3, which is the reading one. Okay. And as you know, also we're going to be having pictures of real kids, real people. And well, I guess this kid is in a zoo or something, a museum of dinosaurs, right? So we're going to be having reading, but not only reading, we can also listen. Okay. So we're going to be having the vocabulary needed, which is important to know beforehand. And I'm going to play the audio for you.
Museum. Museum. Dinosaur. Dinosaur. Trip. Trip.
There you go. So this is the audio, guys. And then we're going to go to the exercise number 2, which we need to listen and read. So in this audio, we're going to be having the reading so the students can follow the reading, right? And also at the same time, they're going to be practicing their listening skills. Okay, let me play it for you.
Look at the photo. Is it a classroom? Point to the girl. She's a student. This isn't a classroom. It's a museum. Look, a dinosaur. It's big. The girl is on a school trip. This museum is fun.
Great. So that will be exercise number 2 in the lesson 3, right? Then guys, remember the vocabulary is going to be presented, it has highlighted over here, museum, dinosaur, and trip. Okay, so you can reinforce the target vocabulary by pointing the words, right? And then we're going to be finishing with the exercise 3, which is read again and match. So we're going to put everything into practice in the exercise number 3. Remember the 3 buttons over here, the 3 points, I'm sorry. You click on it, it's going to take you to another window, right? And read again and match. So we need to, you know, if it requires to reread, we go ahead and read. If it's not, well, you just go to the exercise and you're going to match. So the photo is in the museum, the girl is a student, I guess. The dinosaur is big. And then we check over here, right? There you go. So you can check with the students, you can call them to go to the front and they can answer using your computer, or just to everybody seated, depending on how the classroom management, you know, allows it. It depends, right? And so you can have all the students seated, or you can call some volunteers to go to the board, you know, it's up to you. Okay, so let's go, guys, to the lesson number 4. In which we're going to be having another grammar point. We're going to be like reinforcing the target grammar. Okay, as I stated before, is the verb to be, right? So again, we have the listening and read. This is the audio over here in this headphones icon. And read and circle on exercise 2, right? 3 points over here. And you click on it. Remember, it's going to take you to another window in which you can answer it and then check. And then we have the one that we're going to make a closure. We're going to be culminating the lesson using the exercise number 3 point, ask and answer, right? Good. So let's move on. So let's go to lesson number 5, and we have a sun, but the sun is going to be presented with different, you know, scenarios or ways. Okay. First, we're going to listen and read. Guys, this is the audio. I'm just going to play a little bit for you, a glimpse of the audio.
Friends, friends, friends. This is Jack. He's my friend. He's my classmate too. Is he your brother? No, he isn't. He's my friend and classmate too.
All right. So this is how the sun is going to be presented in the lesson 5. So we can assign students to read, I don't know, maybe 2 sentences, and another student can read the other, the other sentence, and so on and so forth. So it's up to you guys. Well, I can give you one activity that I do with my students. Well, my students are, adults, but maybe it's going to work for you guys. So I don't know how distracted your kids are, but well, mine, even adults, are very distracted. So what I do is, like, for example, one student starts reading, and that student has to say popcorn and a name of another student or classmate. Okay, so for example, I'm gonna read, "This is Jack, he's my friend. Popcorn Liz." Okay, so Liz is gonna read, "He's my classmate too. Popcorn Jessica," and so on and so forth, right? So I think it's nice, and they need to be paying attention to the reading, and I think it's gonna help you guys. All right, so let's continue. Exercise number 2, we're gonna be having another listening and saying. Remember, repetition is required over here in order to learn the words and the grammar point. Remember the 3 points, as I stated before. You click and it's going to take you to another window. And then, guys, the last exercise, which is exercise 3, sing and act. I don't know, maybe they can like make mimic, or they can like make signs, depending on, or maybe they can dance, guys. It's up to you how dynamic you want to be, right? And also, and something very important to mention is that we're going to be having the value. Okay, let me make it bigger for you so you can see. We have the value. It says make friends at school. How important it is to be social, to make friends, to teamwork. Remember, NGL series promote collaboration, work, teamwork, and be social, and in order to make connections, right? So value, the value, every single unit is going to have a value, and we're going to find it in lesson 6. And also I'm going to show you the workbook later on. Don't worry about it. And well, okay, so let's go to lesson 6. Okay, in this level, since it's level 1, so we're going to have phonics. But let me tell you something interesting. So we're going to be having level 1, 2, and 3 phonics. Okay, and in level 4, 5, and 6, we're going to be having readings, different, readings, more complex, more extensive, even some pronunciation tips over there. So since this is level 1, we're going to be having in lesson 6 phonics. Okay. All right, so well, you know how important it is to teach, correct pronunciation to our students. However, guys, I want to mention that another mission of NGL is that we want students to find their own voice, their real voice, no matter how native they sound, right? We want students to feel proud of their accent, okay? This is because we have this thinking or this thought in our minds that we need to sound as a native speaker, but it's important that English is going to be used to communicate, to make connections, to meet, to get to know people, to know cultures, to travel, to know the world. So that's the main purpose of NGL, that they're going to feel proud of themselves speaking, not ashamed that they don't sound as a native speaker of English, right? So phonics, exercise 1, we're going to be having listen, point, and repeat. Repetition is important, as I mentioned before, and the audio is going to be included. Let's listen.
Insect. Insect. Jellyfish. Jellyfish. Kiwi. Kiwi. Lamp. Lamp.
There you go. Good. So this is how exercise 1 is going to be described. Then exercise 2, we have listen, chant, and circle. We need to circle the sound. Let's go and see the exercise just for a moment. Okay, so we're going to have the listening again, so you can play it.
It's an insect. An insect.
They can listen, they can sing, they can dance even, okay? And over here, we're going to be having the designing tools. For example, this, yeah. So over here, we need to underline, right? So let's underline the sound. There you go. Like this. We can underline it. We can erase it. I made a mistake, so I'm going to erase it, right? And also, we're going to be having this show all answers option. Okay, there you go. Good. All right. And well, the unit, the lesson, I'm sorry, is gonna finish in by listening and finding. Okay, so we're gonna be writing the letter. Also, we're gonna have a audio over here.
jellyfish, jellyfish,
And which is going to be important to emphasize the vocabulary, right? So we can write, we can use the tools over here, or you can go to the other window, right? So we have the audio, we have the letters, and we can drag them. We're going to drag the letters into the word. Okay, igual. The same, we're going to be having, you know, the all show all answers option over there, and that's it. Okay. Something important that I want to mention, I almost forget, is the countdown, the timer, right? We have a countdown or timer thing, like depending on the age and, you know, your kids and stuff, you know them better than me. You can use this timer, you can set minutes, you can set seconds. Like for example, guys, let's work on exercise 2, but you only have 2 minutes. So I'm going to be putting the timer, guys. I'm going to be setting this. So you set over here and start, right? And when it finishes, it's going to sound very loudy. So be careful with that. But I think it's a good tool to use it within, you know, the class and in your activities, and not even for the activities in the book, also with your own activities, right? Okay. And guys, we're gonna culminate the lesson with lesson 7, which is a video, right? But the video, is very interesting. Let's watch it, okay?
I'm Caitlin. I'm Emilia.
I'm Marcel.
Hi, Amelia.
Hi.
Amelia, let's look at an Italian painting. Do you know this?
Yes, I do.
Okay, just a little glance of the video so you can have an idea. Okay, so guys, I would like to ask you, what are some features that you could see in the video? Interesting features that you saw in that part. Let's see if you were paying attention. What did you see in the video?
Well, what I watched is that first the students were like introducing themselves,
Right. Mm-hmm. So
like introducing the characters.
right, they were introducing themselves. But what was something relevant to mention about these or those kids?
The places,
What was that? I'm sorry.
the places.
Right, there you go. Perfect. Thank you for bringing that up. Yeah. So we're gonna see kids from different places, right? We saw a kid from Italy, I think a boy from Brazil, and I don't know. So I think I also saw someone from Asia. I don't know if it was Chinese or something, but yeah. So we're gonna be making those connections to our students, right? Maybe they're gonna say, "Oh, I have a friend. He looks like my friend." So we're gonna try to make those connections to students, and they're gonna be aware of people speaking English, no matter where they come from and their accents, right? So that's the video, you know, to help the students towards their critical thinking, right? Okay, so that's the video. We watch it, and then we're gonna be writing the numbers, right? That will be exercise number 1. And then we go to exercise number 2, your turn, ask and answer, right? And then we have draw and say. Everyone loves drawing, right? Well, maybe some they don't like it, but I mean, most of the students like it, right? So we're gonna be drawing. Well, the students are going to be drawing, and then they have to explain. They have to explain what they wrote. What they drew, I'm sorry. So yeah, that will be, guys, lesson number 7, and that will be the last unit, I mean the last lesson of the unit. Okay, so let me ask you, do you have any question, any comment that you would like to make? If you have doubts, comments about how the units are divided into? Nope.
Everything's clear.
Thank you so much for this.
Thank you. All right, people. So I'm just gonna finish, you know, by explaining some features about the platform. So let's go back to the platform. Okay, this is the CPT. Remember, I was taking advantage of the CPT, so I presented the unit. But let's go back to the platform. All right. So if we go, guys, if we go to the platform, guys, we're gonna be able to see more teacher resources, right? So depending on the series, guys, since this is a demo account, I won't be able to see much, but you will, okay? So you can filter by resource type, such as answers keys, assignments, videos, audios, scripts, communication letters. This is the one that maybe you can send to the parents. Like, for example, okay, this week we're gonna be studying the verb to be and the possessive adjective. So the parents are going to be able to know what's going on inside of the class, right? That's the communication letters. We have different languages: Spanish, English, Chinese, everything, right? All the languages we can find over there. Also, we have lesson resources, extra lesson resources. We have pacing guides, we have students' worksheets, and also the teacher's book, right? You can find it in the teacher's resources tab. And then, guys, let's go to the gradebook. Okay, in the gradebook, you can select whether.
Fabi, I'm sorry, we have just 5 more minutes because they have to leave at 3:15.
Oh my. Okay. Okay. So all right. So gradebook, guys. Just let me. Oh my God. To wrap it up. Gradebook. Student book. Student performance. We're gonna be able to see their last login, the course completion and the total. So you can see everything over there, even what questions are incorrect and what questions are correct. You can see everything in the gradebook part. And then, guys, in the user management, you can let me show you right quick. Let me show you, guys. Come on. All right. Okay. So, guys, just in case that one student doesn't remember his password, you can reset it in here, right? Reset password, and like this, they're gonna be able to access the platform. So no excuses, okay? Well, guys, we can assign activities, the online practice. That's a shame that we don't have time, but yeah, we can assign activities, extra activities. As I mentioned before, they are not the same. So we go to new assignments and we assign, okay, depending on the series. In the test tab, guys, you're gonna be able to assign exams that are already created, or even you can create your own in the tab that it says create a test, okay? And then, guys, at last, right, we can send messages inside the platform, okay? All right. Whew. People, I'm just gonna send you and show you, the teacher's companion side, okay? Just give me 2 seconds, okay? I'm gonna project it. I don't know, quick questions about the platform, guys?